Excellent.
That's
That's
bright.
all I asked. Don't look at it.
I ain't looking at it. I ain't gonna look at it.
You look at that every once in a while.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm checking my
The
glasses.
key is to make this seem as natural as humanly possible.
What's that?
Okay, good. Then you'll be fine. We were talking about something before that lady came.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about Grandma.
Oh,
And we were asking, no, you met Grandma, and the second day you talked to her,
no,
you said,
on my second date, I asked her to go out with me with intentions of getting married.
how did you know the family before?
Oh, because
Family, friends?
Yeah, because my mother and father knew her mother and father and her aunts and uncles and and I had never met this girl, mind you, never. I had never met her. I only met her.
And you heard about her.
Never heard about her.
And so the one day you met her.
One day at
Where
a,
did you
at
meet
a
her?
wedding. At a wedding.
That's where you met her for the first time ever.
She was a maid of honor for her cousin, who I knew very well, and I went to the wedding.
And what'd you say to her?
Well, nothing.
You just saw her?
Yeah, I just saw her, and that was it. And then her sister invited us down to the Bronx, where they lived.
Not yet,
My
man.
best man and myself, and we did go down one Saturday, and we went out, and then I asked her if it would be all right if I came down again.
The second date.
Yeah, and then
So
I
what'd you
said,
do on the first date? Do you remember?
Nothing. We didn't. No, we just, I don't know, probably went to a movie or something like that. I don't even remember. It's a long time ago. It's not.
I know it's not. I'm not asking you about yesterday, but
Yeah. But on the second date, I asked her what I had said yes is that, because I knew who she was. After that, I knew what type of
a woman she was.
woman she was. I knew that.
How old are you at this time?
I was 23.
How old is she?
She was 24.
Uh-oh.
And ironically enough, when I asked her to go out with me with intentions of getting married, she says to me, she says, I can't do that. I says, why? She says, I'm older than you. I says, big deal. So, what's that mean? That, yeah, well, I said, well, I'm coming down again next week. Is that okay? Yeah, all right.
And there's nothing she could say.
Yeah, she said,
So this was
all right.
1947.
46, actually.
46.
Yeah. Because I got married in 47.
So you knew her less than a year, and you got married.
And I was down there every weekend.
Now, when you proposed to her, where'd you propose to her?
Under a lamplight in Parkchester in the Bronx.
Really? How did
Yeah.
you go about it?
Just like I said.
Wait, you just asked her like
That's
that?
it. No big.
No ring? No
No,
on one
no.
knee?
Nah, none of that baloney, nah. Just plain, just right out.
Do you want to marry me?
Yeah, this is look, you wanna go out with me with intentions of getting married? That was it. I knew I wanted what I wanted, and I knew I wanted to get married, and I found her, and I said, this is it.
What'd she have to say about all this?
Nothing. She thought I was she thought I was a nice guy, a fun guy to be with,
What were you like back then?
No more different than I am today. I mean, I'm still,
Were you spunky? Did you go out dancing a lot and stuff when you were younger?
No.
What about drinking? Did you do a lot of drinking when you were younger?
I did my share. I used to be able to drink pretty well when I was younger.
Well, you were in the service.
Yeah, in the service.
Were you in
somewhat.
the military? I mean, in the Army, the Navy?
In the Army.
You were in the Army?
Yeah, the Army, yeah. And I was in Paris for 1 year.
You spent a year in Paris? Yeah, I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, that was 1 year in Paris. That was nice.
What was your favorite part about the year in Paris?
But staying in Paris?
Yeah, was there something you liked special about Paris?
Well, the whole city itself. The city was, after the war, when VE Day came after the war,
Yeah.
Paris was the city. I mean, it was very vibrant.
Right.
In fact, I even went to the opera. In
Did you
Paris.
really?
Yeah.
You saw a French opera?
I saw
Or you saw
a Bluebeard and something. I forget the name of it. Bluebeard and something or other. I saw that, and what a beautiful. In fact, that happens to be a metro stop, the opera.
Really?
And you get out of the opera, you come right outside upstairs, and there's the opera looking at you. Beautiful. It was gorgeous. I'd go back today. But I never
Have you ever returned since?
No. That was one of the bad features of Grandma. She never wanted to go anyplace.
She want to travel.
Never wanted to travel, right. But she was a hell of a woman.
Yes, she was.
She was a fantastic woman. She raised a wonderful family.
When did, so, okay, 47.
So in 40, I got married in 47.
You had a child by 49, if that...
47, no, she had a,
Yeah, she had the first...
She had a first one before your
before
father.
my father.
Yeah.
And what, if you don't mind, what happened with that? It was
well,
right in the...
that baby was, when it was born alive. And it lived for 12 hours.
Did it really?
And what happened there was that the lungs evidently did not develop. And that was it.
But that didn't stop you. You tried right away
no.
again.
The best thing was to try again and see if she could get pregnant, and she was. You know, ironically enough, when I stop and think about it, she had 5 sons.
5, yeah, the first was a male as well.
5 sons.
That's pretty rare.
Well,
you don't see 5.
5 sons, and I ended up with 7 grandsons. I mean, that's pretty good.
Did you intend to have, how many, did you intend on having 4 children? Did you want to have more than that?
No. That was plenty. That was enough.
What was it like raising the kids back then compared to raising...
It wasn't easy.
I mean, you see...
Grandma did most of the work, because I was working day and night. I was working 7 days a week then.
You were working on Sundays too?
Oh, sure.
Down in the shop in Waterbury?
Right. Yeah. I was in business, and I had to work on Sundays. I had a couple of guys working for me. But I worked 7 days a week.
Now, I vaguely, I'm pretty sure it's a memory or a picture, remember you being in the shop. So you must have, when was the last time you were in the shop? You had the shop in downtown Waterbury?
When did I quit?
Yeah, when did you leave the shop in Waterbury? Early 80s?
Well, let's see, I was 63, I think.
12 years ago.
Yeah, about that.
Also, it was late 80s. Then I should easily be able to remember that.
Huh?
I should easily remember the shop then.
Yeah, right. No, I had 3 different shops, you know, also. 3 different locations because of redevelopment. Every time redevelopment came by, they'd move me.
How old were you when you got your first shop?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Well, it was in I think it was 1949, 55 or 49, I forget now. I think it was 55, 49. 49, your father was born in 49.
So the year my father was born is when you had your first?
49. I think it was 55.
Do you remember that day, the day my father was born?
Oh, sure. I remember them all.
Well, where were you? I mean...
Where was I? I guess
Were you in the delivery room?
No. Then in those days...
In those days, the people didn't go in.
Yeah, in those days...
Excuse me.
You didn't go in the delivery room. The woman was put out. In fact, Grandma was knocked out. She didn't know.
Oh, really?
And when she woke up, she had the baby.
Why Anthony?
Why Anthony? Because that was my father's name.
Your father's, that's right.
Actually, his name was Antonio, but his first name was, so we used Anthony.
Now, he was born in Italy.
Your
father was obviously born in Italy.
Right, but he was an American. He was an American GI. He was in World War I.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't born in Italy?
No, I was born here.
In Waterbury?
Right, all my life.
1924?
That's correct.
When did our great grandpa come over?
Oh, he came over when he was about 17 or 18. He left, and he went to Canada. And then from Canada, he came to the United States.
How did he end up in Waterbury?
Good question. He ended up in Waterbury because a lot of the people from the town in Italy, when they came here, they ended up in Waterbury. And the funny thing about your great-grandfather is that he had your great-grandmother, he left her over in Italy, and never wrote her a letter and didn't do anything, and he was here for a few years, and because he got married at 26.
Yep.
And he just went back, and he married her, and that was it. And then he came here, and
Are you the firstborn for him?
First male.
Yeah. There was
no other. It was my sister.
You're the only male.
I'm the only male. For him, But then I had uncles who had males also. My father had 4 brothers.
Stuff I
So the
didn't know.
male gene is pretty dominant
In this family.
in this family, right?
Wow. It's unbelievable.
And they're all gone now. They all passed on, every one of them. In fact, I'm the oldest now of
Antonucci.
whatever. Right, yeah, right.
Wow.
But I led a good life. I have no regrets. I have a wonderful, wonderful family. Nice grandchildren. I'm proud of all of them.
Do you remember all your grandchildren's births? You say you remember all your children's. Do you remember the day Scott came home? Do you remember the day I came home? Danny came home?
Came home?
Like, the first time you saw us?
No, I saw him in the hospital. I don't remember when he came home. No, I went to
You
the
went and saw
hospital.
each one of us in the hospital?
Oh, sure, definitely. Yeah, sure.
Do you remember the
And it
first
was-
thing?
Huh?
Do you remember the first words any of us spoke to you?
No, I don't remember any of those things, no.
What is that?
How could you remember? You had a mother and father. I mean, I was still working. And
How often were we came over here every Wednesday night when we were younger, didn't we?
yeah, you used to come here every Wednesday night when Grandma was alive, because Grandma always had Wednesday night in this
Right.
house. So you used to come here, when you were little guys, just like you're
Like the cousins are now.
right, little guys, yeah.
So what was it like having a younger generation in the house, really for the first time?
How was it? I think
Yeah.
it was great.
Were we entertaining?
No, you were all a bunch of pain in the asses.
We were.
Yeah.
Who's the
And I
biggest
had
pain?
and I had a rule.
Did you have like I remember the 45 rule?
Yeah, the 45. Then I had the strap too. I had the strap. And then when you got out of line, I'd give you a 45, and then you got to learn what the 45 was, and then you says, well, you didn't want it, but then if you kept on nudging me a little bit, make it a little more, you'd get the strap, and once in a while, and everybody felt it, and I had no favorites. If I start swinging that strap, everybody got it.
Just
No
because
favorites.
one person had
Because
done
of one
something?
person, they all got it.
So that taught us to kind of stick up for each other in a way.
Well, yeah, more or less, yeah, but
If one guy messes up, the whole it's like a team
everybody
thing.
got it. They knew it, and they knew it, even with these little guys here. But
Wow.
now, but now.
Has it changed in 20 years?
Have I changed?
No, has it?
What?
The way children are raised. I know you.
Well,
It's different
yeah,
20 years
it's
later.
definitely different. I mean, the times have changed, and
What about my generation compared
you're-
to my father's, as compared to now these younger kids? Would you say the kids are a little more? I don't want to say pain in the ass, but they're allowed to do more things.
well,
maybe.
yeah, because of the advent of TV and CDs and all that stuff, which.
There's a lot more available.
When I was being brought up, we didn't have that. I didn't have any
Right.
of that stuff. I had a radio. I'm lucky to have one.
And now every kid has
Now,
pretty much.
every kid's got one in every room, But things have changed. But you see, there has to be a discipline, and there has to be respect in a family. And if you don't have discipline and respect in a family,
It doesn't matter how many TVs or.
doesn't mean nothing. It just falls apart. Once you got that, you have a wonderful family.
You feel definitely that you had no trouble teaching that to you.
No, I was very mean. I was very mean, but I.
But has
I
it
have
paid off? I mean,
Oh, it
honestly.
definitely has. It sure it has. I'm very proud of you and your cousin and your brother. You guys are the 3 big ones,
Right. Is there any specific
I have no
time?
favorites.
No, I don't want a favorite, but is there a story you can remember about maybe myself that I did anything stupid? I do remember
Well-
once. I remember Danny peeing on the table once.
Well, that I don't remember that, because if he ever did that with me, I probably would have cut
But
him
he
off.
was like 1 or
Yeah.
2.
Well, that's different. That's that.
So that's entertaining. Did I ever do anything like that?
I don't remember, because you were a little wild all the time, more wild, I think.
Did I get in trouble a lot?
Well, I can't say. All I know is that when you came here, I controlled it all. So what you did when you were home, I can't.
So you're saying you had complete control over me when I was here?
when you were here?
When I was here, yeah.
Definitely, I had complete control of all my grandchildren when they were here, because this was my house.
Yep.
And I was firm
So-
very firm.
What do you think that's done for me today? Do you think that's going to help me now when I guess what I'm getting at.
I think it helps, but you also have to understand that I've mellowed with age also.
Oh, well, obviously.
You see, but today they can't do that. You can't do that to children today. You see,
Well, no,
you're
it's
supposed to
considered-
spank them. You're supposed to talk to them. I mean, nobody ever talked to me when I was a little kid.
Right, it was different. It's changed every generation. Changed every generation.
Yeah, but I carried on the generation of my fathers. My father rolled with a tough hand.
Yes.
I mean, nobody messed around with my father. If any of the kids, they were all afraid of him, but they loved him.
Right.
They loved him.
So that makes it. Does that make someone like me just a little stronger, maybe in a way?
Probably. I
Is
think
that-
maybe the what's the word I'm looking for? The legacies that I'm going to leave. I hope that it brushes off on most of the guys, and then they can remember some of these things that I did, because I wasn't an angel. I was no
Mhm.
angel. I
Right.
was tough. I
Well,
was
what-
very tough.
What kind of advice would you give to me right now? What would you? Because I'm obviously.
To continue doing exactly what you're doing. Follow your dreams, but always think things over. Don't be very compulsive. Think things over, and above all, be very frugal with your finances. And
Did you ever?
don't try to be a big shot.
Right.
You know, be humble. Be very humble, because you can catch more flies with molasses than you can with salt, or whatever the saying is. And believe
That's
me,
beautiful.
and you'll be fine, because you have a fantastic personality. You're good. You can do things, and you set your mind to it. You can do it, and you're not afraid. You'll do it. But there'll be bumps in the road,
Obstacles. Yeah.
but don't let that knock you, because you'll learn from them, and that's the best thing. Just like your brother, the best thing that he ever did was when he left. The experience that he's gaining now is going to be unbelievable. He'll be a different fellow when he
He
comes
is.
back home.
He's gonna be a changed man.
Be a changed person, right?
Jesus.
But that's what life is all about, and that's what family's all about. That's what Wednesday nights is all about. And
This
I don't know
night
much
itself.
longer I'm going to be able to keep it up.
We're all leaving.
Yeah, I know.
And,
Yeah, that's going to get shorter and shorter. Well, the other guys are coming up now, so
Yeah.
it'll be different.
I kept you 5 minutes over.
Well, you kept me more than 5 minutes, about
5?
6.5 minutes over.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
I've got to go to the stove
All right,
over
now
there
I'll help
and
you.
get
You help
organized.
me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope I enlightened you up there.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
September 15th, 1999.
I was able to relax, and it was nice relaxing.